Alright, here we have the long-awaited regional skin for female Rover. Focused on the new region Lahaidoi, the new outfit is a sort of school fit and brings lots of improvements and color differences to our beloved main character. Starting from the front, Rover is finally wearing more than rags, getting her own jacket, bandages, a long-ish one-piece skirt, stockings, and the cutest little black shoes. From the side, they took our side boob, and as you'll see later, even without the jacket, she doesn't have any. Aside from that though, her hair length is about the same, though they added a little braid to it. The heels too are about the same height. The back has a lot of flowy aspects to it. Not only do we have a lighter, less static looking bow, but also green highlight strands and more straps hanging off the skirt. Aside from the bandage and the tassel mark, the last side is about the same, so let's go back. Personally, I'd like to start from the bottom today, just because her shoes are the absolute cutest, and totally not because I'd like to compare her thighs with the usual model. Like I said, I absolutely adore these. While I don't think they fit her personality too much, they're very cute with little diamond dangles, a strap spanning over the center to hold the sides, a green textured tag, golden underside, and genuinely just the whole aesthetic of them. While, unfortunately, she doesn't have any modeled feet to save performance, like some others, Rover does wear these diamond patterned socks, which have little detailed folds and some toe shading to them. Though that would mean the shoes are way too big and her toes would end about here, but let's move on. The socks continue with the same pattern, with golden plus symbols at the end. Not really sure what these are for. Further up, we have her thighs. Firstly, her thigh strap and the bag switched sides. While the wave pattern remains, it is a bit darker, along with a new bag which keeps within the diamond pattern theme. Along with it is a golden clasp and a green strand to the top. Ever since we got the skin, I've been a bit conflicted as to whose thighs are bigger. You see, old female Rover's thighs might seem thicker, but they were pudged by her over-the-knee boots, which compared to the newer one might be a little bit unfair. These are free of anything, aside the strap, but seem if only a tiny bit thicker. Does this mean they buffed her? Or nerfed her? I'm not really sure. Leave what you think down below. Before I move on to the skirt, let's remove it. Yes, you heard right, because what seems like simple safety shorts in the game is actually really detailed. Under the skirt, she wears these black, gold, and green jeans almost, with little cutouts, buttons, a clasp, a big cutout on each side with green underneath. Now, again, while it's obvious with male Rover that they nerfed his ass, I'm not quite sure about female Rover due to all the draping she has going on in the original. Regardless, let's move up to her one piece. The skirt part is white with more diamond or just square patterns over it and a green slit on each side, along with a gold wave pattern on the very front. The midriff is more detailed than the bottom, with many belts, can't have that missing on the protagonist, right? Straps and golden studs wrapping over and under on the skirt. There's this clasp on the side with a nuclear symbol, lines, stars, and more green cutouts. The back also has 4 belts dangling off of it, which feature a wave pattern with golden tech details on top. Now, you can call me crazy, but they do kind of remind me of Amyth in a way. Further up top, her dress has a cutout with a darker layer underneath, featuring more of the diamond pattern, as well as very nice shading for her chest, and its own little collar with more golden lines and gold studs. The center also has this green and white loose bow with stripes and a golden pin in the center. The sleeves do continue in the jacket, but don't have much notable to them. The little jacket on top is mainly black with gold lining to the collar and a Star Torch Academy pin, which we've seen on some of the students. The arms and shoulders just feature more gold lining, studs, and details, though it does look like the top of the jacket is thicker than the bottom, kind of like armor in a way. It kind of looks like her old design, but kind of turned into a jeans jacket. The top part also has this interesting wire ring? I'm not sure. The back of it is much of the same and similar to the shorts with a green cutout, though it has writing up here with a silver gold plate. Since we've already talked about the short sleeves and shoulders, let's move on to the lower arms. One arm has black bandages, or rather a kind of belt wrapped around it, which is going down into the glove. The glove is fingerless, ending quite short above the second knuckle, and also has a cutout at the top with gold lining. The bottom features more of a triangle texture. Her nails are left somewhat natural. They look very pink to me for some reason. They're natural because she's the protagonist, I think, but I think a darker color would suit her too, or maybe we can get Lene to paint her nails at some point. The other side is the same, aside from two fingers actually being fully gloved, and the bandaged end leading to the glove on the other side being gold here. Lastly, going all the way to the top, the skin's hair is definitely darker than the original Rover, having more contrast between it and the white underside. The bangs and key hair shape is about the same, only featuring another star and more pins to the front bang, though one side has a braid going around to the back, leading to her new bow. As I've said prior, I think this one's a bit less... well, I wouldn't say tacky, but cartoonish, I guess. The green, blue, and gold, as well as the shape, feel a bit more natural. Her rat or ponytail isn't held together by a long tube anymore, but instead is braided into this cute little ring with a big star on it, as well as green strands instead of gold ones. Aside from some color and visual mesh adjustments, her face remains the same. However, her earring actually has a pattern on it now. One of my very first videos was dissecting female Rover, so I'm kind of glad we finally got a skin for her and male Rover. Especially because she's wearing much more flattering clothing and adjusted colors now that I think I'll be sticking to playing with the skin for a bit. Next up is probably Sagrika, with male Rover's version of the skin being the second slot in the next patch. I hope you enjoyed and have a nice day. Bye bye.